the toxic behavior of taking things personally. Graduations are going on, and it's someone's birthday.
Welcome to the Hopefulist, a daily talk show hosted by veteran broadcaster Wendy McClure. Join Wendy each day as she shares her life lessons that transformed her from perpetual pessimist to the ultimate hopefulist. The perfect morning show to get you caught up on the day's top stories while sharing insights that will lead to positive transformation and bring out the hopefulist in you. For more inspiration, visit hopefulist.com. And now, here's your host and hopefulist, Wendy McClure.
Hello there, and welcome to A Stupid Thursday. It is July 23rd, 2020, day 286 of Gotta Get On Alan. 6 more days until my first speaking event. Getting real, people. Had my practice run yesterday, so I want to give a big shout out and a big thank you to Cheryl, Lori, and Denise, who were my guinea pigs, who gave me some honest feedback, which I truly appreciated, some tips they thought that could make it better, but overall, I got a thumbs up. So now I just have to figure out how I'm going to remember all of my points and do them in the fun, quirky way that I would like to do. My biggest concern is just kind of freezing up, because even in my own house, among these 3 friends of mine, I was nervous. Like, there's even parts where I was, like, looking at them, and I'm like, oh, my gosh, are they bored to tears? Like, I feel stupid. Like, I just, and I'm like, blah, 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 blah. Because I don't know. It's just one of those things. It's, people are coming because they want to see a speech, right? What am I worried about? I was a little worried that they were just coming yesterday to be nice. But, again, I told them it was a practice speech. So, we'll see how it goes. I have to check in and see how many people are signed up. I hope it's a little bit better than the 2 people that I had seen the last time I was there. I know for a fact at least 2 more people have signed up. So it could be 4 people now. Again, we'll see how it goes. So it's my sister's birthday. You say it's your birthday. Happy birthday to you. My sister, very good big sister, listens to the podcast every day, so I wanted to make sure to take a moment and wish her a big happy birthday. You are still older than me. Ha ha. Let's see. What else? I've been seeing a lot of graduations taking place on Facebook, and I'm very, very happy to see that. These poor graduates, especially high school, it's such a big deal. It's like the first big, huge event in your life, and to not be able to walk across that stage or field or what have you, and to be handed your diploma. It's sad. So I see that they are doing it now. I've seen a couple of places around here. I'm seeing my friends getting their diploma, their children's diplomas in Pennsylvania, where I'm originally from. So I know that they're kind of doing it all around here. I know the one school had to break it up into 2 parts because their graduating class was so huge. They did it outside in the stadium area, and they still did it over 2 nights. So any way you can get it in, let these kids get their diplomas. Let the pictures be taken. Let the ceremonies take place. Now, if we could just figure out a way to allow weddings again. Weddings would suck with a mask on. Nobody's going to be on the dance floor. I'm not dancing with a mask on. Oh, my gosh. We'll see. We were supposed to be going to a wedding in August, and they decided to postpone. It's now rescheduled for April. Fingers crossed. Now we have 2 weddings pretty close together next year. One is in April and one is in June. And I really hope that things are somewhat back to normal by then. I really hope they can find a vaccine, because this just does not seem to be going away. In fact, it seems to be getting worse. So Fingers crossed that a solution is found, a vaccine is found, and that we can go back to somewhat of a normal life and be around each other again and touch each other again, be it a hug or what have you. But yeah, it's been a crazy time. Yesterday was National Hot Dog Day. I would like to know how you prefer yours to be prepared. I said I like mine in a blanket. Love pigs in a blanket. My favorite way to have a hot dog. Eleanor said, in response to my answer, in this hot weather, poor hot dog. Pretty funny. She says she likes hers grilled on a bun with mustard, relish, and onions. Elaine says on the grill with brown mustard and sauerkraut. Sandra says just had a Nathan's footlong with chili at Dollywood. Very cool. Libby says not in a blender. Poor Libby is the friend of mine who has her jaw wired right now, so everything she eats is in a blender. But once that's no longer an issue, she said grilled on a bun with mustard. That's how I like mine too. Grilled on a bun with mustard. I'm very particular about my bun too. I don't like the end buns. I like the middle buns that have a little less crust, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I'm very picky. I know, I'm a pain in the butt. Michelle says on the grill with mustard and sauerkraut. Megan says ketchup, spicy brown mustard, and sauerkraut. I don't know, ketchup and sauerkraut together? That seems a little odd. Joe says on the grill with mustard, sometimes I'll put some potato chips on it. He does put potato chips on it, and I thought it was crazy until I took a bite the other day. You know what? Not so crazy. Back in the day, I used to eat a lot of hot dogs, like when I first moved out on my own, because they're just so easy to make. I used to just, boil one or two at a time. And I would either, dip them in baked beans, or sometimes I was famous for my boxed scalloped potatoes. It was a staple in my diet. And sometimes I would make a hot dog and put the scalloped potatoes inside. Yeah, that was pretty good. It was kind of yummy, if I don't say so myself. I came up with that delicacy all on my own, by the way. And then there was a time when I would just put cheese on it, just melt a piece of American cheese over top. Then there was the time that I would put, I guess it was mustard and pickles, not relish. Relish is different from pickles. Does not taste the same, because I love pickles. And I hate relish. So, yes, there is a difference. But I used to put some pickles, just line them up along the bun. So there's some of the ways that you enjoy your hot dogs. I hope you enjoyed National Hot Dog Day. I had pizza for National Hot Dog Day. But, hey, what are you going to do? Maybe I'll have hot dogs on National Pizza Day. Got to mix things up, right? Hey, I'm zany and crazy. What can I tell you? Today's blog post, we're continuing our discussion of toxic behaviors and the very toxic habit of worrying what other people say and think, mostly taking things personally. Most of us, if not all, have this issue. It's hard to combat. Nobody likes when they feel they are being judged, or even worse, bashed for who they are or what they do. We tend to take everything so personally when often a reaction has nothing to do with us. If someone has an issue with the way you handle a situation, it's usually because they would have done it differently. Therefore, it's not about you, it's about them. If someone is judging you for your personality, it's usually because it's something they lack or want for themselves, even if they don't admit it. Have you ever noticed that people who get on your nerves the most are people that have the same characteristics that you don't like about yourself? You really don't dislike this person. You dislike what they mirror back to you. It's so much easier to get along with people once you understand this. I've been saying this for weeks now. The mind is so complex, and there are all kinds of things going on in there that we aren't really aware of. Let's talk about strangers and how they treat you, especially in this volatile time in our country. when the level of nastiness is off the charts? We get jumped on in a social media post and we stew about it for a day or two. Does this person know you? What you stand for? How you treat people? How you live your life? Probably not. So who cares what they think? Especially strangers. We tend to take comments from them more personally. I think it's because we're so offended that someone would be disrespectful when they don't even know us. And it sucks. But it truly has nothing to do with you. It's about their issues and their projections into this world. Have you ever had road rage? Oh, yes, I have, and often. It's really so silly. Let's piss off the person that's driving right next to us or behind us, so we have to continue to deal with them for an undetermined amount of time. I was driving down the shore one day years ago. Traffic was backed up. And again, I was so traumatized by this, I still think about it probably from 10 years ago. After a while, traffic started to break up a little bit. I had this convertible behind me. He passed me and then gave me the finger while going by. I was so shocked by this because I had no idea what he was upset with me about. We were stuck in traffic. What was I supposed to do? The funny part is, after he had done this, traffic started backing up again. And now I was right behind him. Now he had to worry if I was going to retaliate for his assholeness. I didn't, but this is how people end up in gunfights on the road. It is really offensive when people that don't even know you are so rude. Again, they don't know you. It has nothing to do with you. If you weren't there, they would have done the same thing to someone else. It is their issue. Not worth the fight. Honestly. Now, most of the time I just laugh. Still, sometimes I get a little upset. Sometimes. But if you just laugh, in fact, it usually makes them even more mad. But don't try and make them mad because that's how people get killed in this day and age. But with the road rage, just try and let it go. It's just not worth it. Or maybe consider it from another angle. Maybe you're being cut off in traffic because someone is rushing to the hospital to get to their injured child. Or maybe they just got some really bad news and just want to get home as fast as they can. Or often, they're just not paying attention. Then there are people who are lost. They slow down, they speed up, they slow down again. Be patient. I know you're in a hurry, I know. Think of this person as your grandmother. How would you feel if someone was giving your grandmother the finger, beeping at her, riding her tail? Back off of grandma. It's so easy to take things personally, but it really isn't personal. People will always act out, and there will always be a target. Sometimes it may be you. Try to let it go. I know, it's hard. I'm working on it too. Try to bring up that compassion muscle and be a little more understanding. Not only will you avoid a potential fight, but you won't be mad about it for the rest of the day. Let the other person win. Who cares? You have better and more important things to worry about in your life. What are some different reactions you can come up with to those who are nasty to you for no reason? Maybe no reaction at all? Think it over. Oh, it is Stupid Thursday. One more day to the freaking weekend. So get on out there and be a badass. I'm cheering you on.
Thank you for listening to The Hopefulist, hosted by Wendy McClure. For more inspiration, please visit Hopefulist.com. Thanks, and we'll see you tomorrow on The Hopefulist.
It ain't about you.